going to take turns answering questions that you put in the chat. So let's get right to it.
Yeah, all right, so now we'll go to chat still as well, because there's a lot of questions. I couldn't get them all. Audrey asked this, Bobby. This is directed to you.
Oh, wow.
Okay? So, why the heck do you put cereal in the fridge? Because we want to know this, too.
That's a
it
great
really uses up a
question.
lot of room.
Yes.
Audrey, well done. For me, it's about the texture and the coolness. So it feels weird to me. I don't know why when the cereal is warm and the milk is cold, but when it's all cold, it just feels better to me. So I don't know. It's one of my weird things. Thank you for that question. I love you.
He also says warm instead of warm.
Yes, I do. Warm. Warm rhymes with arm.
Vivian asked 2 questions. So this is from Vivian. First of all, who's the oldest? I'll start with that.
I'm the oldest.
That's that guy right there.
Yeah.
I'm the mid, and this is
I'm the young.
youngest.
I'm the little baby boy, but I have the most facial hair right now.
Nice.
Also, she asked, where did we meet?
I met
good
Bobby
question.
at
De
Anza.
Anza, yeah.
I
De
met
Anza
a long
College.
time
We
ago.
took an acting class together.
Fun class together.
I met
Sean.
Bobby at Aloni.
Oh,
where
Aloni,
we did an improv
Yeah.
class. Yeah. And then
So
me and
college. We met at college,
you-
kids.
Yeah. When I didn't meet Ben for a while.
No, he actually was doing an improv program.
Yeah.
And he was taking it with a friend of his, and at that point in time, I was like, that guy's got some talent.
You know who the friend is?
Dan.
Armand Dan, and you know what?
Armand.
I got it. Everyone give a round of applause to Dan,
Yeah.
because he actually he called me coincidentally at the time I was going downstairs to guest for press conference, which is when we realized that we were off the air because our internet's not super
Sorry
reliable
about
right
that,
now.
y'all.
It's usually great, but let's move on. This is just an open-ended one. Who's the worst of the 3 of us? From Valeriette, I think is that her name?
Worst at what?
In general. Who's the worst?
Oh, wow.
This guy.
Yeah, Ben's the worst.
Yeah.
Hey, we came to an agreement on that.
I know, that was easy.
I mean, I would actually agree. It's not necessarily say that I'm the worst per se. It's just that my mind is in a very different spot a lot of the time.
We love
It's
him,
very
though.
fun.
We
He's
love
very
this guy.
funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I did
he-
see. I didn't get the name. I can't remember, but somebody did ask about your hair. And if you were here
yeah.
last week, what happened, Ben?
Yeah.
Oh
the
yes.
haircut.
So last week I just got my hair was just growing, obviously,
Shaggy.
as many people's are. I wanted Sean to try to do it, to style it, but it was just easier to simply just get rid of it because he was like, I don't want to make it look bad. And I'm like,
He
well,
used to have clippers.
you know,
He's like, oh, here, just
I didn't
work
have
with.
scissors and stuff, so the only thing I had was really a shaver, so I just shaved it. And then I did a show last week with no beard, and I was like, maybe I'll do the shaved head with a beard, so this will start to grow.
I think the shaved head with the beard looks really good.
It
though.
does actually.
Looks
yeah.
really good.
I might do it next week, maybe.
Oh. And then
You have to buy a ticket to find out.
I can't grow a beard, but maybe I'll do it.
Cool. Next one is from Prince Landon. Who is the messiest of us? Who's the messiest?
Definitely not me. My room's always the cleanest.
My
so
room
it's
is
between
pretty
you two.
clean too.
I mean, sure that might be me.
All
However,
right, hold on. So let me say this real quick. So anytime I go in the kitchen, there's at least 2 glasses empty just on the counter, which means this guy just drinks and puts it down, and then he forgets which glass is his, so he gets another one.
would be me. I have some memory problems, just FYI. This guy. Okay, but as far as cleanliness goes, the person who cleans the house the most is this guy. Also, the person who cares about organization the most is this guy. So while I may be messy here and there, I'm the one who's literally buying all the stuff for the house so that we can stay organized. We have pots,
Organization.
organizers. We have a nice thingy when we do dishes.
This is
and
getting
things
real
stand
right
on.
now, guys.
It's true though.
And Sabrina was the one who asked that question about
Thanks,
Ben's hair, by
Sabrina.
the way. And also, did you ever hear from Trent, from Kevin? So I guess maybe do we ever hear from Trent?
Every now and then. Oh, I actually went to visit Trent in Chicago, a month or so ago, and I hung out with him, and I auditioned for Second City General Auditions, which was crazy stressful, but
Did
it
you
was
get the
fun.
part?
Did not get it.
Oh.
But maybe I'll try again in the future. But I love Trent. We all love Trent. We miss him. Hopefully, he will come play with us soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
We love Trent. We also love Karen. Tomorrow's Karen's birthday.
Care
by the way.
Bear.
Karen's birthday. I don't think she watches it, but happy birthday. Cool. For the next one, I saw one too. Is where did Dustin go? From Chris. Thank you for that question.
Thanks, Chris. Where did
Yeah.
Dustin go? He moved.
Yeah, he moved a while ago. He actually moved before we moved to our new space, so about over 2 years ago now. He moved to Auburn. He was just wanting to get away, and he bought a house there. He's doing improv out there in Sacramento as well, so we're really happy for him. maybe Dustin's watching. Say, what's up, Dustin?
When we're back up and running for sure, he did say that he would try his best to play with us once a month.
He's
so
been-
like a
he's been
special
good.
5
He's
play
come
show.
down
Yeah.
a few times.
Actually, the last show that we performed in before the shelter in place kind of took effect was actually all 4 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
one last show with 5 play.
Mhm.
What was the show about? Do you remember?
What's
Bad memory right here.
The lasers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was lasers.
There was
there.
lasers. I remember lasers.
And I don't know, some other stuff. There's lasers. That's about all we know. Great. What's your favorite game to play from Merp a Derp? Merp a
Merp a
Derp.
derp. Well, my favorite thing to do is on our 5 play night when we do the improvised movie. That's my favorite thing to do. I don't know if that's necessarily a game, but
It's
that's
not a game.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
What's your
thing
favorite
to have
short form
fun with.
game?
I don't know. What's your favorite short form game?
I was just thinking about that. You want to go?
Sure. My favorite short form game. I really love. It's a game that it's maybe not my favorite, but it's a game we don't play. Maybe we'll play it next week because I want to play it. It's a game called Newscaster. where
Newscaster.
We get an event from you, and then we do kind of a whole news segment revolving around that event. So maybe next week, come check us out. We'll try
I'm
that out.
also kind of with Sean in that we've been playing games together for 10 years or so, and when we play a new game, like tonight we did the romantic comedy thing, we've never done it before. I always get excited about playing a new game. So hopefully you like our new games that we make up.
I enjoy. I mean, this answer fluctuates probably for me on a weekly basis. I would say that a couple of favorites of mine are 5 Things, that game that we played tonight. I do love that game. I don't necessarily love guessing, but I do enjoy giving clues in that game. Blind Line is a top one, and then I also like Game-O-Matic.
Ooh, Game-O-Matic.
Game-O-Matic probably is leading as to one of my favorites, mainly because in that one we make up a new game on the spot based on a suggestion from the audience. So it's always fun just taking those ideas and then coming up with a new way to create a game around a suggestion, which is always fun.
Yeah. Next question is from Eric.
Eric!
Are you planning a celebratory show when the shelter in place is over?
Oh yeah, for sure.
We're not, obviously this is such a weird thing, and we're not 100% sure what that entails when we open the theater back up for business. We might have to have some social distancing rules. We're not sure. We definitely do want to celebrate big time because we miss the space so much. Obviously, every Saturday morning we tear apart our living room. Our living room is terrible right now. It's a mess.
terrible.
After the show, we're gonna clean it so we can live in it again. But it's a mess, and we really miss performing in front of a live audience. That's also a thing we
Just
do.
missing you all being there and feeling that energy from the crowd. We get nothing from that same feeling here.
From
and
this
so
little ring light with a webcam.
we miss you all so much. You have no idea. So when it's safe and we're somewhat back to normal, we're gonna have a huge party. So come join us.
Yeah. From Andrew, what is your favorite sport?
Ooh. So I love sports, Andrew, but particularly the last couple of years, I've really been getting into swimming. So I swam a little bit as a kid, but now I've been really, really just swimming all the time, and I love swimming. So that's one of the huge things I miss since we've been quarantined. But as soon as we can get back in the pool, I love swimming now.
Yeah. Is yoga a sport?
Yes.
I'm not a huge sport guy. I sometimes watch wrestling, but it's more sports entertainment. But it's real. It's real. What about you, Ben?
A sport that I'm missing a lot, and I've gone down there to visit, is martial arts.
Taekwondo!
So yeah, I used to do Taekwondo and Kempo. I loved that. I used to compete a little bit with that. It was a lot of fun. I'm missing that very much these days. So I'm going to say that that's probably my favorite.
Cool. Amanda has a cool one. A bucket list from each of us. So what's a bucket list item we might have?
Ooh, Amanda, thank you
Yeah.
so much for the question. Bucket list.
I have one. I want to write a musical. And I actually am starting to kind of storyboard something. So it's a bucket list item that I want to make attainable. I obviously may not get it performed, but I want to just try writing stuff because that's something I enjoyed doing when I was younger. So look forward to a musical on off Broadway in the near future.
Yay!
When it opens again.
Me?
Yes.
Me.
Sure.
Okay. Bucket list. So Greece has always been on my bucket list.
The musical?
No, just going.
You want to be in Greece?
Just going to Greece.
It would be so
The
good.
whole
Oh, going to
Mediterranean
Greece.
thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, I want to do one of those world traveling things. I did the slideshow talks about how I went to Morocco recently, and I haven't got to do a lot of traveling lately, obviously, but even more so just farther places away. than where I normally would go. And Greece has always been on my bucket list.
Yeah.
So that's a place that I would love to go.
Two things came up immediately for
yeah,
me,
sure.
and they're both acting related. I want to play Hamlet. I've never got the chance to play Hamlet. I love that role, so I want to do that. But also in the movies, I want to be like a main actor star in a feature film that's in the movie theaters.
That's good.
Yeah.
In Greece, right?
Not in Greece, just,
Aw.
yeah.
Cool. So, real quick, Audrey asked, do we have any tattoos?
No.
No.
You know what, though? I've heard a good coping mechanism for, like, big, like, crazy traumatic stuff that's going on right now is people do actually get tattoos at the conclusion of, like, a big event in their life as a way to kind of, like, almost document it, but it's a little cathartic. You know, maybe it's because it's painful.
Thought about it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's just like, permanent.
I went to the
What's
Bahamas
the thing I want that
when
is
like 10 years ago, and I got a dragon on my arm, and it looked awesome. It was temporary. Oh yeah,
I was there.
Ben was there.
It was fun.
I was not. I was in my living room. Reading chat. Cool. For the next one, we have a few more. We'll take a few more real quick. Do we have any pets from Audrey?
Not here. We're not allowed to here, but
Yes.
we've all had pets at our original homes.
My last pet was a guinea pig.
Cooper.
Cooper. It was purchased with a girlfriend of mine, and then I got it in the breakup. But he was really
Hopefully
cool.
she's not here.
She's not here. It was a lot like that guy was super cool. He was very cool. He's passed on now.
Can you do a good impression of him doing his popcorn?
Ooh!
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes, ooh! Anytime he'd see me, he'd make that sound, and obviously anytime I opened up the refrigerator, because in the apartment we had, I would open up the refrigerator, and he knew the sound of, like, the refrigerator because there was always carrots in there, and so he would always go, like, you know, like, start to
Oh,
talk.
my brother Terry and his wife Lily, they had a gorgeous, gorgeous dog that we all loved. It was our family dog, Luna Bear. She passed away somewhat recently, so we give our love to her. She was amazing, the best dog ever. Miss you, Luna.
Yeah. So we'll do a few more. We're getting a lot of questions or comments about showing the house, so maybe we'll do that last.
Show the house.
That'll be how we end the
Our
show.
house right now is
I know
a
it's
disaster.
terrible. I don't know what you want to see. We'll
We have stuff
we'll
everywhere.
pan the camera around and just show you how terrible. Like we can't show you rooms because we have a very short USB cable connected to our camera.
We have a sanitation table.
Yes, we'll show you. It looks absolutely dreadful though. But we'll do that at the very end. What do we do before MUT from Kristen? Which we still kind of might do now. as a matter
What
of
did we
fact.
do before?
Yeah, I guess if we look at MUT as maybe an occupation, we have separate stuff too.
Oh,
Or,
our
maybe it
occupations,
was like
right.
something that we did before improv. Like what was either our jobs or what did we pursue? Maybe schooling.
Well, my main job is I'm a college math teacher at Las Positas College in Livermore, so that's kind of my main gig before MUT. Yeah.
I pursued higher education. It's true, I did. I was a college professor for a little while and taught acting and improv.
Oh, yeah. Art Academy of Art.
Academy of Art, yeah. That was cool. And then now I'm into ticketing. So when you purchased a ticket today, you purchased a ticket through the software company that I work for now.
Thank you so much for purchasing a ticket, by the way.
Yes.
Really, really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and I got a degree in English.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question.
that's it. There's a few more, and then we'll show you our room and then call it a night. But thank you so much for checking us out. Real quick, we were trying to do these every Saturday. I did see a few questions. I can't see the name if people were asking about a more adult themed show. We might do maybe a one-off and see what the reception is. Right now, this is a growing event, so we want to make sure that we want to appeal to as large amount of an audience as possible.
Kids inclusive.
Yeah, we're not trying to make this a kids show. It's just a family show, something that everybody can enjoy. But we'll see if we can look into doing maybe a more adult-oriented show as a one-off and see what the reception is. But if you enjoy the show, please tell people about us. A good helpful thing to do is follow us on Facebook or subscribe on our YouTube page and just word of mouth. So if you get our newsletter, forward it to maybe someone who would be interested in our theater. We really appreciate any help that we can get during this time because this is a totally new show that nobody knows about. So we're trying to people have been so grateful and awesome about coming to our show, but it's still we want to reach as many people as possible. Okay, so let people know about us.
You hear us, Greece? We're coming for you, Greece.
Yeah, we're coming for you. Great, awesome. And there's a few more. What's our favorite type of vacation spots, like a destination that we would go to? Like maybe like once
That
this is
we've been to?
no, like what would we want to? Even like a favorite, like maybe that you have been to, or maybe where would you want to go to?
Chicago in the summer.
Yeah.
Been plenty of times. Amazing. And I've never been to Italy. I really want to go to Italy.
Yeah, I second Italy. Ireland, I like to go to as well. Yeah,
I-
Europe. Anything,
Yeah.
anything in Europe.
I third the whole Italy thing. I haven't been there. A place I have been to that I thought was awesome, or a favorite of mine was Scotland. Scotland was just beautiful.
Yeah. And one last question, I want to give him a shout out. Is someone asked about the coffee shop downstairs, Hop and Beans. So I go to the theater sometimes just to gather some materials, and right now they seem like they might be closed. They were open for some sporadic hours, but they're an independent coffee shop. They're not Starbucks, so they don't have a lot of funding. I'm sure the owner there is very new, so I really recommend if you're in the Fremont area. Even I don't know, call them maybe, leave a message.
Are they open though?
I don't think they are, but I mean, just like let them know that you're thinking about them, and then when this whole shelter in place concludes, go buy a coffee from them or a snack. They serve other stuff because they could really use it. Like the
Especially since they're new.
Yeah,
they're only a few months new.
It's new owners. A lot of different owners come to that space. We've seen 3 since we've been at the space. I feel like. So go help them out because they're an independent not a theater, but they're an independent business just like us, and we don't have any like outside funding a lot of times. So go help. Great, and Carolyn, hey, Carolyn just says she hopes we do a European improv festival in the future. And we'd love to do that. The last thing, this will be how we end the show, is we are going to show you our house,
Our
or
living
just
room?
our living
We
room.
are not prepared for this.
Like, I have underwear on the ground over there.
Yeah,
You
it was
do.
in this stool during the
my
show.
All right, we're just gonna show them the
All
setup.
right, let's
I
do a
guess.
quick turnaround.
Okay, so I'm going to grab you.
Let's explain this really quickly. So every Saturday, just to even be able to do this, Sean and I, Bobby likes to sleep in a little bit. Sean and I spend the first part of the day. Like, I know that we're in our living room, but shadows are difficult. Okay, because obviously you'd be looking at just a normal.
Yeah, real quick. I want to
white
hold on.
wall.
Wait, hold it there. So see this color? I want to give a shout out to Ben because he spends like hours and hours trying to like get this
Where
color.
does it come from?
So there's his little shadow box and his lights. It takes a long time
It
to
takes a
perfect
very
that.
long time to work with.
And
shadows.
let's look at our little scatter
This is
of
our-
Here, I'm gonna move it down a little bit. This is like this
My
is our
water.
This
our
is our
sofa.
couch.
my water.
Yeah, that's our sofa right there. And then if you look over there, that's our monitor, so we can see, where we are. That's our kitchen.
Show them the space we're working.
A bit. Stand by that microphone just so you can
Yeah.
hear. Maybe describe what you're seeing.
That's trash. Like, yeah, we gotta take it out. Okay. Over there, this is something for all of you guys to think about.
Our
Okay.
coronavirus.
So that is our. No, hold it up a
My
little
underwear, though.
bit. Aim up a little bit.
My underwear.
Aim the camera up a little bit. So that's our sanitation table. So
Yeah.
like anytime we go shopping. During this time right now, obviously we clean the table, divide up this stuff so that the left side is unsanitized stuff, and then we sanitize all the stuff that we bring into the house so that we're not, we're trying to be as safe as possible here.
Hey, can you hear me? This is like where I start the show, where the magic starts, everybody. This is where my little software, my programming station, it's everything, all right? This is where the magic happens.
And then we show them the space. So you can look at the ground here. This is
This is our stage.
This is maybe I don't know.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 4.5 feet.
Yeah, this is very, very small. This is we basically mark where the camera will lose focus.
Yeah, so
There we have it.
that's our whole new theater. This is made up theater right now. But thank you so much, everybody. Like, we really appreciate it. We really miss performing. We can't wait for this all to kind of blow over. It's going to take a while probably, but we're ready. We're trying to adjust to it as best we can. If you have any comments, suggestions, feedback, or just want to let us know, hey, you thought the show was great, again, tell your friends about us. But you can send us an email at info@madeuptheater.com. And also, I don't know, just like rate us on Yelp, Facebook, all that stuff. It's helpful. Yeah.
Bye. We missed
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye. I gotta go.
Oh, go
press-
to
You
the
gotta push
sound
the
booth.
button.
All right.
He's
hold
gonna go
on.
to the sound booth that you just saw,
right.
and then you're gonna see us disappear, and then
And we can-
our
we-
sound
we can-
effects.
Okay.
We're fading. Sean, are we fading?
Hold on. There we go.